My beloved spirit, I'm truly happy to be with you in this moment. Today, I share a message straight from the divine realms, a message that can change everything. And I ask you to listen closely, because what I'm about to reveal is too important to miss. This isn't just another message. This is a sacred revelation, one your soul has been waiting for. And if you stay until the end, you'll understand why this moment is so important for your life. Your soulmate is deeply affected. A strong emotion has taken over their heart, and now they've made a choice that may change everything between you. But there's something even deeper you need to know. And if you don't hear this until the very last word, you might miss the most important part of all. I see your heart longing for understanding, aching for clarity, and the angels have heard you. That's why this message has come to you at this exact moment. Because your soulmate has already reached out to the angels. They have expressed their emotions, opened their souls, and looked for a way to connect with you. And now something amazing has happened. Your soulmate has taken an unexpected step, something that changes everything. And that's why I'm here, sharing this message, because you are meant to receive it today. But there's still so much more you need to know. And I promise, if you stay with me until the end, you will finally understand everything your heart has been longing for. You mustn't let this moment pass you by. If you feel in your soul that this message is for you, if you believe the divine has brought you here for a reason, then write "I receive this message" in the comments. Let this be your signal, your confirmation that you're ready to accept the truth that is about to be revealed. Because what comes next will deeply affect you. It will reveal what your soulmate has been hiding for so long. And once you hear it, you will never see this connection the same way again. Now, take a deep breath and prepare yourself for the next part of this message, which will uncover what has been hidden all this time. Stay with me because this is just the beginning. Your soulmate has been holding a deep and intense emotion, something that has been growing stronger each day. This feeling isn't new. It's always been there, buried within their heart, waiting for the right time to come out. And now that time has come. They can no longer ignore what they feel. They can no longer pretend this connection is just a coincidence. The truth is, they have tried to move on, tried to suppress these emotions. But no matter how much time passes, their heart always finds its way back to you. There's something unbreakable between you, something that goes beyond logic and reason. And this realization has left them overwhelmed with emotion. They've spent countless nights thinking about you, remembering every detail, every word, every unspoken feeling that lingered in the air. And the more they think, the more they realize that what they feel for you isn't ordinary. This is something extraordinary, something destined. But here's the part you need to understand. Your soulmate has been struggling with this realization. Because despite the love they feel, despite the depth of their emotions, something has been holding them back. They have been afraid of what this love means, afraid of what it would take to step forward and fully embrace this connection. And that's why, before making any decisions, they turned to the heavens. They sought guidance, asking the angels to reveal the truth. They needed a sign, a confirmation that their feelings were real, that they weren't imagining things. And that sign came. Something happened, something important, something undeniable. A moment so profound that it erased every last doubt they had. A realization so powerful that they could no longer resist what their heart had been urging them toward. And now they are clear. They know what they want. They know what they must do. But there's another part, something even more important that you need to hear. Because their emotions didn't just lead them to recognize their love for you. They led them to take action. And what they did next is something you never expected. They didn't just sit with their feelings. They didn't just keep this love in their hearts. They expressed it. They wrote something for you. Not just any words, not just a simple confession, but something much deeper. A message filled with truth, raw emotion, containing everything they have ever felt but never dared to say. And now this message is in your hands. But before I reveal what it says, there's something you must know. Something that will change your perspective on everything that has happened between you. Because the truth is, your soulmate has been thinking about this moment for longer than you realize. This isn't a sudden decision. This isn't an impulse. They have been nurturing these feelings for a long time, and now they are ready. But the question is, are you? Because once you understand what they want to say, there will be no going back. Once you grasp the intensity of their emotions, you will have to decide what this means for you. So take a deep breath and prepare yourself. Because the next part of this message will reveal the words they have written, the emotions they have poured into this letter. And upon hearing them, you will finally understand why the angels brought you here today. Stay with me because this is just the beginning. And before we continue with this profound message, I encourage you to support this space of connection. Become a member of the channel. And if you find this message speaks to your heart, don't forget to click on thanks below the video. This helps us continue sharing messages filled with love and hope like this one. Now, let's move on to what truly matters. Your soulmate realized they couldn't make this decision alone. The emotions in their heart were too strong, too overwhelming. They needed clarity, guidance, a clear sign from the heavens confirming that what they felt was real, that this bond wasn't just in their imagination but something much deeper, something destined. And so they turned to the angels. They spoke from the depths of their being, expressing every feeling, every doubt, every desire that had been hidden for too long. They sought answers, a divine confirmation that would give them the certainty they longed for. And the heavens responded. At first, it was like a whisper, a quiet, gentle feeling that reassured them they weren't alone in this journey. But as they opened their heart more, something even greater unfolded. The signs began to appear, one after another, each one guiding them back to you. A song that played at just the right moment. A dream so vivid it felt like more than just a dream. A number repeating over and over, carrying a message they couldn't ignore. And then, the undeniable feeling, the deep, unshakable understanding that you are the one. It was in that moment that they realized this love wasn't ordinary. It wasn't something that could be dismissed as just a coincidence. This was destiny. But even after receiving these signs, your soulmate still hesitated. Not because they doubted their feelings, but because they were afraid of what it would mean to finally accept this truth. They had spent so much time running from their emotions, convincing themselves that what they felt was impossible. Maybe you had moved on. Maybe they were just fantasizing about this connection. But the angels didn't let them turn away. They whispered to their soul, reminding them of every moment, every feeling, every unspoken word between you. They guided them to understand that no matter how much time had passed, no matter what had happened in the past, the love they had for you had never gone away. If anything, it had only grown stronger. And that's when your soulmate made a choice. They decided they couldn't hold back any longer. They couldn't deny what was in their heart. And so, they did something that would change everything. They sat down, took a deep breath, and began to write. But this wasn't just any letter. Every word they wrote carried the weight of their emotions, the truth they had kept inside for so long. They wrote with complete honesty, letting their soul express itself freely, without fear, without hesitation. And as they wrote, something amazing happened. Tears filled their eyes, their hands shook, and with every line, they felt the presence of the angels surrounding them, guiding them, helping them say what they had never found the courage to say before. By the time they finished, they knew this was it. This was what they needed to do. They couldn't keep these words hidden any longer. They needed you to hear them. They needed you to understand everything. Because this letter, it's not just a confession. It's a declaration, a promise, a revelation of every emotion they have felt, everything they have realized, and everything they hope for when they think of you. But there's something else you need to understand. The moment they sealed this letter, something shifted in the universe. A path was created, a door was opened, and now everything is aligning for you to finally receive these words. But there's something even more profound that you must understand. Something the angels revealed to them while they were writing. And in the next part of this message, I will reveal it to you. Because this is more than just a letter. This is destiny unfolding before your very eyes. Stay with me because what comes next will change everything. Your soulmate had no choice. The feelings inside them had become too strong, too intense to ignore. They had spent so long holding back, telling themselves that the right time would eventually come, that someday everything would fall into place on its own. But then something inside them shifted. It wasn't just a fleeting thought or a passing emotion. It was a deep, undeniable realization. If they didn't speak now, they might lose this connection forever. And that thought filled them with fear. Because no matter how much time had passed, no matter what had happened between you, their heart had never stopped beating for you. It had never stopped whispering your name in the quiet moments, never stopped yearning for what was always meant to be. That's why they wrote this letter. Not just because they wanted to express their feelings, but because they needed to. Because if they kept this love locked away any longer, they were afraid they might lose the chance to say what they should have said a long time ago. But there's something you haven't learned yet. When they sat down to write, it wasn't easy. Their hands shook, their heart raced, 1,000 emotions rushed through their mind, memories of you, of the moments you shared, of the words left unspoken, and most importantly, the fear of what would happen once you read this letter. Because once they put their feelings into words, there would be no turning back. This letter would become their truth. And once you read it, you would finally know everything. Every hidden thought, every suppressed desire, every dream they had secretly held with you in mind. But what they didn't expect was what happened as they wrote. Something remarkable took place. Because this wasn't just a letter, it became a release. With each sentence, they felt the weight of all the years of silence finally lifting. The words flowed out of them as if they had been waiting for this moment all along. And suddenly, they understood why they were writing. It wasn't just to confess. It wasn't just to tell you they still think of you. It was because they are ready. Ready to step forward. Ready to stop hiding. Ready to embrace what was always meant to be. But here's what you need to understand. This letter isn't just a message from them to you. It is a bridge connecting two souls. It is the unlocking of a door that has been waiting to be opened. And once you read it, everything will change. Because within these words lies a truth so powerful that it will shake the very foundation of what you thought you knew about this connection. And it is a truth you cannot ignore. Because what they wrote isn't just about the past. It's about the future, your future. But before I reveal what is in this letter, there's something you need to understand. Something that will change how you see everything that has led to this moment. Because before they could write these words, before they could share their heart on the page, they had to embrace something within themselves. A truth they had been avoiding. A truth they had been too afraid to face. And once they did, that's when clarity came. In the next part of this message, I will reveal what that truth is. And once you hear it, you will finally understand why this letter needed to reach you today. Stay with me because the most important part is yet to come. Your soulmate never expected writing this letter to be so overwhelming. The moment they picked up the pen, a wave of emotions washed over them. Emotions so intense they had to pause for a moment just to breathe. Their hands trembled, their heart raced in their chest. And suddenly, every memory, every unsaid word, every unexpressed feeling came rushing back all at once. It was as though time collapsed, as if everything they had ever felt for you was pouring onto the page in ways they never imagined. Tears welled up in their eyes as they realized the depth of what they had been holding inside. They thought they had control over these feelings, that they could simply dismiss them or pretend they weren't as strong as they really were. But now, as they wrote each word, the truth became undeniable. This love had never faded. It had never weakened. In fact, it had only grown stronger with each passing day. And now, finally allowing themselves to embrace it, they felt something shift within them. It wasn't just about expressing love. It was about acknowledging it. For too long, they had resisted this connection, telling themselves that the timing wasn't right or that their emotions were something they could control. But the moment they surrendered to their feelings, the moment they let the words flow from their soul onto that paper, they realized something that changed everything. They never had a choice. This was never just about timing or circumstances. This was destiny, something preordained, something far beyond their control. And now, for the first time, they weren't afraid to face it. Every word carried weight. Every sentence felt like a revelation. They found themselves writing things they never thought they would say, things they had buried so deep they weren't even sure they could express. But now, as they watched the letter taking shape, They knew this was the only way to truly open their heart. This wasn't just an ordinary confession. This was everything. This was them laying their soul bare, letting you see every part of them. Their fears, their regrets, their dreams, their unwavering love for you. And then something else happened, something even they hadn't expected. As they wrote, they felt a presence surrounding them, an energy so calming, so powerful, that they realized they weren't alone in this moment. The angels were there, guiding them, reassuring them that this was the right thing to do. And with that realization, the last bit of doubt disappeared. They knew, without a shadow of a doubt, that this letter needed to reach you. It wasn't just something they wanted to send. It was something they needed to send. But as they neared the end of the letter, something even deeper stirred within them. A question they had been too afraid to ask themselves before. What comes next? They had spent so long holding these feelings in silence, so long convincing themselves that keeping this love hidden was the safest option. But now everything had changed. They had finally put their heart into words, finally acknowledged the truth to themselves, finally embraced what was always meant to be. And now that they had taken this step, there was no going back. The final words they wrote came from a place of complete certainty, a place of complete surrender to what their heart had always known. They sealed the letter, knowing that no matter what happened, this was the truest thing they had ever done. And now it was in the hands of the divine. Now the angels would make sure it reached you. But there's one more piece of information you need to know, something the angels revealed to them in the final moments of writing this letter. Because this message isn't just about the past, or even the present. It's about the future. And the next part of this message will reveal exactly what your soulmate envisions, exactly what they dream of when they think of you. And once you understand it, you will realize why this moment is so much bigger than you ever imagined. Stay with me, because the most powerful revelation is still to come. The moment your soulmate finished writing the letter, they felt something they had never felt before. A deep peace washed over them, a clarity so profound that for the first time in a long time, they felt like they had finally done what their heart had been wanting them to do. But there was something more, something even more extraordinary than they had expected. As they wrote the last word on the page, as they folded the letter with trembling hands, they felt a presence, a warmth, a light, an undeniable force surrounding them. It was the angels. They had been there the whole time, whispering through the ink, guiding each word, making sure that this message contained not only love, but also a divine purpose. And in that moment, your soulmate understood that this wasn't just a simple confession. This letter was more than just an outpouring of emotion. It was a message destined to reach you, a truth that was ready to be revealed, a step towards something far greater than either of you could have ever imagined. And then the angels revealed something to them, a vision, a glimpse of what could be, a moment in the future where the two of you would finally be together, no longer separated by doubt, by fear, by circumstances. They saw your face, the way your eyes would light up when you finally read these words. They felt your energy, the way your soul would recognize their love, the way your heart would finally receive the truth it had been longing for. And in that instant, they knew this letter was the key. It wasn't just about expressing their feelings. It wasn't just about making a declaration of love. It was about opening a door, creating a path, setting in motion everything that was meant to unfold. The angels made it clear, this love is divinely orchestrated. And now that the words have been written, now that the truth has been spoken, nothing will ever be the same again. But there was another part to this revelation. The angels also showed them that love is not just about words. It is about action. It's about taking steps toward what is meant to be. And that means this letter is just the beginning. Because now your soulmate has made a decision. They are no longer hiding in the shadows, no longer letting fear control their destiny. They have taken a step forward. They have embraced the truth. And now they are ready for the next step. And what happens next matters more than anything else. Because what they wrote in this letter isn't just a reflection of what they feel. It's a declaration of what they hope to create with you. A life, a future, a love that is built not just on emotions but on a divine connection that cannot be broken. And the angels want you to know that this is a moment of destiny. This is why this message has come to you now. Because the universe has aligned everything perfectly for you to receive these words at exactly the right time. This is no mere coincidence. This is no accident. This is a divine calling. A message delivered straight from the heavens to guide you toward what is meant to be. And now you have a choice. You can ignore it, dismiss it, convince yourself that this is just another message, just another story. Or you can listen to what your heart is telling you. Because deep down, you already know the truth. You can feel it. The energy of this connection is real. And the moment you open yourself to it, everything will begin to change. But before that happens, there's one more thing you must hear. Because within this letter, beyond the feelings, beyond the revelations, there's something even more important. A request, a direct, heartfelt, undeniable invitation from your soulmate to you. And when you hear what it is, you will understand why the angels have worked so hard to bring this message to you today. Stay with me because the most important part is about to be revealed. Your soulmate has come to a realization that changes everything. This letter was never just about revealing feelings. It wasn't just meant to be a confession. It was about taking a step toward something real, something that goes beyond words and emotions. As they wrote, as they let every unspoken truth flow onto the page, a realization hit them with undeniable force. They don't just want to say they love you, they want to live it. For too long, they've kept this love silent, tucked away in their heart, waiting for the right moment, the perfect circumstances. But the truth is, the only thing that ever truly mattered was the courage to move forward, to take action, to finally embrace what was destined to be. And now that moment has arrived. That's why this letter is not just a confession. It is an invitation for you to fully step into this love, to recognize what has always been there, to accept the truth that has been written in the stars long before either of you even knew it. This is not just about looking back at what was, but about moving forward toward what could be. And so, now your soulmate has made a choice. They are ready to break the silence, ready to bridge the distance, ready to finally meet you in the space where love is no longer just a dream, but a reality. But here's the important part. This invitation is not just about them. It's about you. Because now the choice is in your hands. For so long, you've been searching for answers, asking the heavens for a sign, wondering when you would receive the clarity you needed about this connection. And now, this is it. This is the confirmation you've been looking for. This is the moment where the universe places the truth you were always meant to receive right in front of you. But you must decide if you're ready to accept it. Because what your soulmate has said in this letter goes beyond mere words. It carries a promise, a declaration that if you are willing to take this step, if you are willing to open your heart, then something truly extraordinary is about to unfold. The angels have already orchestrated everything. They have guided this moment, ensured that these words would reach you exactly when you were meant to hear them. Nothing about this is a coincidence. And now, the energy of this love is stronger than ever, resonating through every word, every thought, every intention behind this message. But there is something more you need to know. Your soulmate didn't just write this letter as an expression of longing. They wrote it because they are ready to act. They want to see you. They long to hear your voice. They want to bring this love out of the realm of dreams and into reality. And so, within this letter lies something more. A request, a moment they have imagined countless times, a moment they have prayed for, a moment they have asked the angels to bring to life. And in the final part of this message, I will reveal exactly what they are asking of you. Because what they want, what they truly desire, is something that could change everything. Stay with me because the most important part is about to unfold. Now, my dear soul, the moment has arrived. Everything has led to this. Every emotion, every word, every divine sign has guided you to receive something that was always meant for you. This letter is now in your hands. A message that contains not just love, but the truth your soulmate has held inside for so long. And now they are ready to share it with you, without fear, without hesitation, without the walls that once stood between you. As you see these words, something shifts inside you. You can feel the energy of this message, the power of their emotions woven into every sentence, every syllable. This is more than just a confession. This is a turning point, because now you know what your soulmate truly feels. You know that their love has never faded, that their heart has always been calling out to you, that no matter what happened in the past, this connection has endured. And now, everything depends on what happens next. This letter isn't the end of their journey. It's just the beginning, because within these words lies something much bigger than a simple declaration. There is a request, a hope, a vision of what your future could be together, if only you are willing to embrace this step. Your soulmate isn't just saying they love you. They are inviting you to meet them in this love, to open your heart, to let the universe guide you toward what was always meant to be. They have already made their decision. They have already chosen to step forward, to embrace what the angels have shown them, to stop waiting for the perfect moment and instead create it. And now the choice is yours. Because the truth is, this letter was never meant to be a one-sided confession. It was never just about your soulmate expressing their feelings. This letter was written to awaken something within you, because deep down your soul already knows the truth. You have felt this bond just as strongly as they have. You have seen the signs, heard the whispers of fate pulling you towards something greater. And now the angels have placed this message before you as the final confirmation that what your heart has been feeling was never an illusion. It was real. It is real. But now you must decide if you are ready to embrace it. If you can feel the weight of this moment in your soul, if you know that this message was meant for you, then it is time to take the next step. The angels are watching, guiding, waiting to see what you will choose. So let them know. Let the universe hear your answer. Write in the comments, I accept this love. I accept this letter. Because this is more than just a message. This is the key to unlocking what has always been waiting for you. And as you take this step, something amazing starts to happen. The energy of your soulmate reaches out to you. Their heart feels your response. And the connection between you grows stronger than ever before. This is how destiny works. This is how divine love unfolds. It starts with a choice, a willingness to believe, a surrender to the truth that has been revealed. If these words have touched your heart, we ask you to think about supporting this channel. Your contributions allow us to continue sharing divine messages and blessings with people all over the world. Whether it's a super thanks of $10, $20, or any amount you feel called to give, every contribution helps us spread love and light, reaching those who need it most. We thank you for being part of this sacred journey, for allowing us to be a part of your path, and for helping us spread peace and love throughout the world. May God bless you with an abundance of love, peace, strength, and joy. Amen.